Hey, everybody. Anyway, so today we're starting with wine o'clock again. So it's a lot of us here. Before we go into all of this, hi, everybody in the chat. So we're having Amy with us, Julie, Peter, Barbie Doll, Juju's, Moniel, Lily, and Darkana up there. Just saying hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
But yeah, before we go into this, we're gonna check who's here. Today we're gonna also have a topic of Second Life and parents. Some comments what parents think about Second Life, especially kids playing Second Life. I think they're amusing and entertaining, and we can just generally talk about Second Life. It's not that much about parenting. It is also, but anyway. But yeah, Wine O'Clock is back, and let's start. We have GOTHY with us. There you go. She's here. But you can also say hi. I think she's off.
GOTHY.
Hello.
Hello. And Merce. Hey, Mercy.
Hey, everybody. How are you?
Yeah. Darkana, of course, as usual.
Yep. Hey, family.
Then it's me, just drinking my wine. We have Michelle.
Hi, Naria. Hi, everybody.
Hey, everybody. Then we have Mac, of course.
Hello.
Oh, look at your nice hair. Love those. Where'd you get? Where you got those? I know, right? Then we have Ais.
Hi, everybody.
And Jason.
Hey, everybody. I'm so excited to be here.
So I was like, of course. Like you
Love
sounded
it.
like somebody has a gun on your head, but okay, you can go now. But yeah, Wine O'Clock, we're going to go through some comments of parents. It's actually a page where parents commented about Second Life and if this game is for kids. I'm a parent. Yeah, we have some parents here, but still, I think the comments are more amusing than actually being a parent, right? So I'm going to start with the first one, which is just a generalization of a Second Life comment. I don't know what else to say here, but this one, we have here the first one. I'm going to just show it. So parents need to know that the imaginative virtual world Second Life is an appealing hangout for kids of all ages. Really? Appealing? Okay. But it's rife with adult themes and conversations that are best left to the adults or older teens. I kind of agree there. There is no longer a teen Second Life, which once was a safer, monitored virtual world with minimal adult content. Instead, everyone is now rooted to secondlife.com, where they are able to chat their own, chart their own course and socialize via text or voice with any of the millions of registered users. I think that comment might be a little older.
Yeah.
Because millions of registered maybe, but you know, how many of those are alts?
Oh gosh.
Oh, yeah. A lot.
Of those.
At least a third.
I know, right?
Yeah.
From all
Yeah,
over
about
the
a
world.
third.
Yeah, from all over the world who also hang there. Areas are rated PG or mature, but without the restrictions that existed with the teen version. There are more opportunity for teens to end up chatting with an adult posing as a kid or wandering into some of the adult areas that exist, potentially exposing them to brothels, pornography, etc. Customizable 3D avatars are a big draw. That's true. And options range from skin color and hairstyles to costumes and bust size. So the customization possibilities are practically endless. The site is free to join, but it has limitations unless you upgrade to a monthly membership. The site's currency, Linden dollars, can be purchased with US dollars. All this is good and well, right? We all agree with the first one, I think. But we'll go more into chat after. I just wanted to say, to ask all of you, have you heard about Teen Second Life and have you been around for it, like anybody?
I
Have never heard of that. That's very
I have
interesting.
Me neither. So what does that mean, actually?
I heard of it.
Who said that? Wait, you know what? I think I would need. Oh, we don't have voice visualizers. Who said I heard of it?
I heard of
Ace.
it.
I heard of it. Wasn't that back in like 2009 and 10?
It's some years ago, that's for sure.
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
I
Wow.
mean, I heard of it definitely. It was like before that, it was a platform to just use for teens, and there was no adult
Right.
content on it, right?
Yeah.
Which I
Correct.
think they should keep. But then again, you know, Second Life already doesn't have a lot of users. It's an 18 plus game, so I don't know. I'm sure they joined it because there was no use to having Teen Second Life with such a small user base. What about you, Darky? You have been probably around
I
for
only
that
heard of
too.
it. Yes,
Heard of
absolutely.
it.
I've heard of it, and but I did. I remember I spoke to one person that had a kid there, and
Yeah.
but nothing like I can put my finger on like a special. I feel it went away as fast as it came. If you know what I'm
Yes,
saying.
it
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
I didn't know anybody in it at all.
Mm-mm.
It was around when I was around back then, but
Mm.
I didn't know anybody in it.
Yeah, I mean, probably we weren't belonging even then in 2009 in the teen grid, but okay, you know what I mean. Oh shit, I
Yeah.
forgot this opinion on. Wait, give me a second. That opinion is everywhere.
And
There we
merged
go.
it, Lily in chat, she said that they then merged it with the main grid, and you had to be careful who you interact with. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but okay, we agree with that. So everybody else opinions. Do you think like SL is an 18 plus game, like in general?
I
Mhm.
do personally.
Definitely.
100%.
Absolutely.
100%, yeah.
It's like
100%.
everything goes straight to sex, you know. Everything. It's just
Mhm.
as soon as you can be something else when no one sees actually you, it's like sex. I don't know about
Yep.
you, but that's like I don't know, it's human race or something. I don't know, but it's like straight to yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The thing
So
is, so many like stuff and destinations and products are orientated around sex.
mm,
That's why you are exposed to it very quickly.
mm,
I don't know, unless you have the filter with the general destinations and general marketplace and all that stuff. Otherwise, you're gonna see all those stuff.
yeah.
Right?
Okay.
Yes, I agree. You can't really avoid those places.
You
Mhm.
can't really avoid it, actually, yeah.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
should be an 18 plus game, but I agree. I mean, I have a story for later, but definitely I even met two girls that were 16 playing Second Life with her mom, right? She was my subscriber. So she invited me to her sim, and I will tell you the whole story later because I have a question about that.
Absolutely.
But definitely you can be 16 and play it, but I think, you know, probably you need some supervision with who you talk in Second Life, right? Because
Yeah.
mostly
Yes.
Yes.
people are
Yes.
a problem. But we all agree, definitely an 18 plus game. Okay, now we're going to the next comment. I think it's who's the next one? Let me see the lineup. So Jason, I think you have the next comment on
Is it that one that says sex, romance, nudity?
113. Yeah, that one.
Yeah, okay, so I don't know who wrote it a lot. Although the site has set up an age verification system and a red light district that tries to confine adult content, it's not foolproof. The site is rife with mature content, including sex products, roleplay, orgy rooms, and sex clubs, even though there are areas that are supposed to be flagged as adult only and kept away from the general public areas called the mainland. Okay. The default avatars are genderless, but genitalia can be purchased, and avatars are often highly sexualized. Communication is done through text and voice chat, so there is an arrow there. I don't know what's that word. Amply something.
Simple.
Opportunity to inadvertently come across extremely graphic sexual discussions or comments.
Okay, so for
Yeah.
this, I have like, do you think the game is over sexualized?
Yes.
For the internet?
Can be.
100%. Yeah.
I think it's what you
has
make
like
of
the
it.
reputation, though.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
what Max said. Depends on
Yeah.
what you make of it, right?
That's it.
Right.
True, yeah.
I mean, look at us. Look at us just sitting cozy. This is not sexualized at all, right? You know what I
Not at all.
mean?
Yeah.
You can.
Yeah, but if we're talking specifically, yeah, everyone is what you make Second Life with. Like, there are people that they just come to create, they just come to hang out, they come to socialize. But in general, generalized as a platform game, whatever you want to make it, it's very sexualized platform/game, right?
Juju said, I started SL when I was 45, old mother of one child. At the time, my daughter was 20. She was the one that introduced me to Second Life.
It's
Yeah,
cool.
20 is still legal,
Nice.
right? In Second Life, it's all good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will say, as a
Oh.
person who, my husband in real life, he doesn't have a Second Life. And the way I present it to him is I always say that there are two sides of Second Life. There's like the over sexualized kind of dark side to the virtual world. And then there's
Yeah.
like the normie part, like us here. We're just cozy. We're just discussing this topic. So I really think it also depends on the person. I mean, you make a choice to wander and go to those areas, but there's also a beautiful side to Second Life where you connect and you meet new people and have different experiences as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
But you're just a click always away from somebody having their vagina out, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Most definitely.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
That's true.
That's
What
true.
it's fun, right?
I know, for us it's definitely fine. I don't know how it's that. I mean, definitely a 10-year-old kid can play this, right? Because, you know.
Absolutely not.
No.
Absolutely not.
But
Absolutely not.
I mean, we
It
are
makes
like,
me wonder though. I'm
Huh?
sorry to interrupt. It makes me wonder though, like even with teen SL, there has to be such toxicity there as well. Because
I
kids are
think
mean.
that's probably why they ended up getting rid of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That's a good point.
I mean, you know, Toxicity is also in Roblox if you look at it like that, right? And it's a kid
Yep.
game. I mean, Club Penguin
Yeah.
had Toxicity.
It's
You know,
everywhere.
it's everywhere.
It's
There's always
Yep.
toxic people everywhere. So are in Second Life maybe a little more, but you know,
Yeah.
because unhealed adults are more horrible than, you know, unhealed teens, I guess. You know what I mean? Or problematic people. So because adults
Yeah.
can go a lot harder on you and so on, right? So you definitely, you know, can be toxic, but oh well, what can we do at this time? Anytime you teleport and people res in slowly naked picture and fugly no mesh faces.
So true.
Oh,
So
spot
true.
on.
Spot on. Okay, I think we have another. Oh, is it me? Oh, I'm on the other one. Oh, and it's a long one. This will be fun. Okay, I'm gonna go through this weird one that nobody. Why didn't you stay where you should? There we go. And stay here. Okay, so I have this long ass post, but this person was hurt in Second Life for sure. But let's see what he says. Second Life should be shut down. Absolutely terrible platform. As someone who was active on Second Life for a few years, I can safely say that this game is not for children in any sense of the word, or for anyone that, for that matter. 99% of the game is dedicated to sex, strip clubs, fetish dungeons, and and it's all too easy to stumble into them since a lot of these places often he should use some dots like end sentences and shit. Places often had cute or innocent surrounding names that can easily fool people. Barely any other seems aka virtual spaces are active or even have players. Don't let the 200,000 plus player base fool you either. Majority of these are bots accounts that just stand around and spam for virtual currency. The user base of Second Life is primarily adults and the behavior favors drama and toxicity above all. I had maybe one or two genuine friends in my SL time, but the majority are toxic and rude. Many of the sims where you shop offer clothes that are little more than fancy lingerie. I kind of like his style though of explaining shit.
Yeah.
Or would suit working at a strip club rather than working down the streets. Even more walking down the streets. Even more casual outfits tend to have plunging necklines, bare midriffs, or the like. The other huge trend I noticed, particularly among female avatars, was to look very childlike while working in explicitly adult-oriented places. A lot of users that I do this love to claim this is because they participate in a kink called a DDGL, LG, sorry, Jesus Christ. Aka Daddy Dom Little Girl roleplay, where a father-like figure is dominant over a young woman in a sexual nature. Second Life does nothing about this, even though it is extremely prevalent throughout the platform, and does nothing about it because they care more about subscription fees than they do about player safety. They would rather allow borderline than even actual child porn. There is an article out there where a Linden Lab worker reported virtual child playing on the platform and nothing was done about it. I didn't see that one though. Then keep players safe. There is no regulations of this adult sims either, which since everything is player created and run, it is at the whims of whatever runs the sim if you'll get any kind of genuine safety or assistance. Oh, and speaking of safety, this is non-existent. It is non-existent.
So true.
This guy was hurt though. I think.
Yeah, he went through
really,
something. He went through something.
yeah.
Sure, you can report
Yeah.
bullying and harassment through their in-game reporting tool, but it does absolutely nothing. That's true, though.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Contacting support is in any capacity is like pulling teeth. I've heard from people close to Linden Lab stuff that they receive so many harassments, bullying reports that 90% of them get ignored entirely. Really shows you how much they care. I even reported another player harassing me via her YouTube platform, where she has a significant following, but all Linden Labs did was tell me to reach out to YouTube. It's literally written into their own privacy policy that they will do nothing in player versus player disputes, nor will they intervene in a player does if the player does something like publishing private messages on outside platform to harass you, as what happened to me. I mean, I get that. What can they do outside Second Life? You know what I mean? It's like, hello?
Yeah.
This game honestly did a number on my mental health, and it's the main reason I quit entirely. Better for him, definitely. But don't think
Yeah.
you can delete your account easily either. There's another problem he has. If you want to quit for any reason, support won't permanently delete your account unless you live in California or Europe, where the CCPA policy applies, and by law they have to delete all of your data per request. If you don't live in those areas, you are sole, so all they could do was put my accounts on hold in a sort of inaccessible limbo until the end of time.
Yeah.
Or when Second Life is dead. But even getting them to do that much required multiple tickets and even a phone call, which only goes to their billing department. They have no way to contact customer support other than filling a ticket, which takes a minimum 3 days to get a response to. This is unacceptable to me, especially when it comes to legitimate privacy concerns. Needless to say, do not let your children play this game, and don't play it as an adult either. I can't tell
Oh
you
my
how
God,
many
yeah.
times I had random men message me asking for sex or personal information, and reporting them does nothing. Sure, you can mute and block, but then that doesn't stop the overall problem. Any opinions on this long ass post? Huh?
I have a lot of opinions, and all of them are there is an X up on the top of the Second Life game where you just close it. There's also you can
Yeah.
block people. You know, maybe I'm just a little hard or cruel, but he's a whiner, and I just get out of the game. If it's not for you, leave it. I do agree
Yeah.
with the privacy concerns. Yes, they should. If he wants his account deleted, they should delete the whole thing. But
Yeah, for
my
sure.
goodness, if I was having that much problem in the game, yes, I would close it, delete it, and never open it again. I don't
Right.
understand. I don't understand the problem. I
Also,
guess
I
I'm
don't
just a
get,
little too.
like his problem, like a YouTuber was kind of, I don't know, probably some troll YouTuber was kind of sharing his messages. But then again, Second Life can do nothing outside of YouTube. They can do stuff to you
Right.
in Second Life, of course, right? They can ban your
Yes.
account. Even they will go so far then they check what you do on YouTube and then ban you in Second Life. Let's say, like also like the SL Secret owner, right? They banned her in Second Life because of her SL secrets. But the only thing they can do is ban you in Second Life, but not they cannot do outside nothing of it. So you can
Right.
record the messages, you can record the scenes, put them on YouTube, on whatever platform you want. This has nothing to do with TOS, right? At the end of the
Right.
day.
And
Right.
the bullying inside Second Life, you just block the person. You never have to listen. You never have to see their text or anything.
Mhm.
I don't know. I just don't get people sometimes. I just close the
May I
game.
say something though?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
This makes me think though, like, because the person brought up, their mental health.
Mm.
And you know, they are going on. I'm going to play devil's advocate here a little bit, but they went on a little bit about, you know, the whole, you know, complaining and everything about, you know, you can definitely not avail yourself to certain sims that you don't like, or, you know, avoid bullying. There's ways to do that, but it sounds like this person is struggling with some mental health issues. So it just makes me also think of like people who are disabled due to mental health and who come on here, you know, trying to reach out and find others and find connections. And it just makes me feel sad for this person. And I'm just really sad that this person had such a bad experience, but
Mm.
good for them for getting off.
Yeah, but it's a lot of where you're hanging, you know, also, I think, in Second Life. Like, there is so much drama in the hubs. There is so much drama in the places where people hang. I mean, if you want to chill, right, you can just go to exploring things. Nobody will kind of bother you there. You know what I mean? Darkana, how many,
Yeah.
you go all around
Yeah.
Second Life. How many times
Mm.
you saw a troll there, let's say?
Oh my gosh. I feel like I've been
Yeah.
through everything in Second Life. And
No, on the exploring sims.
oh, yeah,
All
yeah.
the
Are there
the
any
only
trolls coming around?
No, I hardly see any
Yeah,
trolls.
I
exactly.
haven't, I think
we
it's
Yeah.
had one
been,
we had one once on a grid drive. He hopped in
yeah,
the car with Machinta and I,
yeah,
and that was it.
Gosh.
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, but even that, I don't think the trolls are that annoying, right? If they are, you
yeah,
can again block
No.
them. I have the best
yeah.
story, right? You know, the trolls always put on videos like before when they had the bad guys channel, and I don't know
Mhm.
who else was a troll in
Yeah, I know
Second Life.
them. Mm.
I like them; they're
Lavender.
funny. Lavender, yeah. But at the end
I
of the
loved
day, you
her.
know, these people know are well, no. Even if they don't know, they're kind of engaging with the troll, right? The best story I
Mm.
have is like when I started YouTube, there was also a YouTuber Lexi Nexon, if you know her, right?
Yeah, of
Okay,
course.
she's still around. She has the little branch. Like she went into the Hangout. You know, she wanted to do a Hangout, not YouTube, right? So she's just
Mm.
has her own sim and she has a Hangout, plays a brewery there. But she was the best. I saw her on Sebastian's. Sebastian is another one of those trolls, right? Video, and her and her friend were sitting in a room, and Sebastian came in, and before he could say anything, they teleported away, right? They're just beam gone. I was like,
Yeah.
damn, that was, you know, if you go away, nobody can troll you, right? You won't land on the video. You know, it's like easy to avoid people in Second Life, especially the trolls, right? You can block, you
Oh
can
yeah.
just go away. I mean,
Mm.
but
Mhm,
yeah,
mhm.
as
That's
Mer
true.
said, that's the problem with people maybe with disabilities, right? Because they cannot recognize the
Correct.
toxicity in some people,
Yeah,
right?
that's
Mm.
what I'm
Correct.
trying.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and it affects
Well,
them
that's kind of what I was
differently as well.
driving at.
to
Yeah.
build on what Murph said, the second day that I was in Second Life, I was in Da Vinci Gardens. No, I'd never played video games before, you know, have no idea. I'm just figuring out how to move the character. And then
Mm.
somebody like asks me, somebody wants to control your avatar. And I had no idea what that meant. This dude, I said yes, because I'm thinking it's a game, right? So I said
Mm.
yes. And he starts to assault me, like
Oh
in the
my
middle of
Oh
Da
my
Vinci Gardens.
god.
This is the second day I had
Terrible.
actually been,
I think we
right?
have the
So
same story in the comments at some point.
right. And so what I did is I just turned the game off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah,
I
you
just
just
like,
shut it
I just
down.
logged off because I was like, well, that's weird. And then I was like, so that's what this game, like literally the second day I was here. So,
Mm.
I mean, if that would have happened to somebody who was very vulnerable, just like I said, to build on what Merce said, that might be really traumatic.
But
That
do you
would be
think
very
those
triggering
people
for
kind of feel
somebody.
really
Yeah.
vulnerable? Don't you think like these people should rather play Sims in this at that
Yeah,
point?
you're
Yeah.
right.
yeah.
You're
Mhm.
absolutely
Yeah.
right.
I don't know, because SL gives like you more freedom than The Sims, so
Yeah,
it
I
might be
know,
something
but
Yes.
if
there,
you're
I
vulnerable,
mean, like,
right?
there's
You know
other
what I
people
mean?
out there that you want to interact with
right?
too.
Can't get that from The
Yeah.
Sims.
No,
You
I
can't
know, but I'm
interact with
saying
your
if you're
sim.
vulnerable and you can get hurt by people doing shit in Second Life,
Yeah.
because you know
Mm.
games can be toxic, right? I don't think those
Mhm.
people should play any multiplayer games at all, right? You should
No,
just
not at all.
enjoy
Right.
like single player games at that point, right? Because at some
Yeah.
point you have to have a tough skin in Second Life. I mean, things
Definitely.
should not get to you, right? You should not be like,
Yeah.
oh my god, he said that to me. Now I have, I don't know, mental issues because of that, and I don't know what, and I'm gonna
I
That is
I
kind of
think
the good
we
and
should
bad thing about
research
Second Life is that
though.
you do have the freedom to literally do everything. But
Yeah.
because you have all
Yeah.
that freedom, you won't have any of these safeguards in place because there is no control. So it's like you kind
Mm-mm.
of have to choose. You know, personally, I'd
Mm.
like the freedom.
Yeah.
Yes, so
Mhm.
do I.
Let's see what
Absolutely.
I
Gato
don't.
If you
says. Best weapon against trolls is ignoring them, banning, muting, or just pretending they aren't there. They got bored
Mm.
and go away. Exactly.
Or
And
throw them back.
I
or
agree.
troll them back, or just
Yeah.
you know you can
yeah.
Just block them.
you can talk to them like you can talk to them, but don't get angry, right? Don't get pissed. Don't get emotional
Don't
about it.
engage.
There is
Yeah.
one
Yeah,
thing
it's
I
troll
would
them.
like to say when it comes to this. For us, but for me personally, it's very easy to ignoring trolls or whatever. I just don't give a fuck, to be honest. But
Mhm.
as a mom to a young adult with autism,
Yeah.
I know how he's like into the gaming world and all that, and I know how he reacts to. He is super sensitive to comments that really rubs him the wrong way, and there is not easy to calm him down because he get pissed off. Like, how can they say that? How
Yeah.
the reaction there? So
Mhm.
that's the hard part, I think, when you have something, a situation in your life, something struggle that it's not easy for everybody to just do this or that.
Well,
That's
and
how
the thing is oddly, your son is behaving appropriately. If somebody says something horrible to you, you
Mhm.
should react.
Yeah,
The
correct.
internet is different
Absolutely.
rules.
Yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely.
But it's
Okay.
unfortunate that she
Mm.
I'm
triggered. I
gonna
mean, like
go.
my takeaway though, it's just
Yeah.
like if you feel like you're suffering from any mental health issues, just do
Mm.
some research. There's groups on here that you can
Absolutely.
just link up with and just block out everybody else.
Yeah. There's
Mhm.
a lot of good people here in Second Life with groups, and you can.
Absolutely.
I just
It's
hope
Yeah.
not
people
all
find
bad.
them. Yeah,
A lot of good people, but a lot of toxic ones too.
absolutely. A
Mhm.
good mix of
Yeah.
everything, just like
let's not
chocolate.
let's not make it seem too good, right? Because it's
Well,
you
we're
know
the good ones.
yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of toxic ones too, right? Don't I would say don't trust anybody right away, right? And
No,
with
no, no, no,
information
no.
and so on. It's like
Mm-mm.
okay.
Don't
I
be
think we
naive.
can jump to the next comment. Why is this always jumping at the start? It's annoying me as hell. Okay, now we have the next one. I think who's the next one? Let me see.
15.
Jason.
Okay, so cyber sex. This is not a game for children. It is for adults that like to make objects, socialize, or do the cyber nasty.
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 Swearing is about normal for this type of game. There are lots of perverts online, so again, not children. I got bored with it. The children pestering for the cyber nasty and the police pretending to be children. They got my IP address somehow. There is better out there on the net. I have mixed feelings about this one, to be honest. Like, they seem confused themselves, I think. But yeah, kind of get it.
Always jumping in the star. I have met in SL more good people than bad ones, to be honest. There have been 2 to 4 bad ones through 8 years.
Yeah.
Well, I met a lot of bad ones, let's say it like that, but
Me
also
too.
a lot of good ones. But it comes and goes. Definitely. Wait, let me see. I
Yeah.
have for the Jason one. DARKANA.
Let me know when it's my turn.
I think we'll pass that one
Same.
because it's. But I think now it's your turn. You have the next comment about this, but let me just scroll to it because apparently I'll have to go through all of them twice. Okay,
Is
this
that the
one.
long or the short one? I have one long and one short.
115, 16. Sorry. Be sure to use the parental settings.
That's mine. Yeah. Second Life is suitable for teens as long as a parent makes the account for them to make sure they aren't lying about their age. The game will automatically filter out anything that isn't suitable for their age up until they turn 18 and are allowed to go to areas where adults hang out. The only thing that might be a concern is adults posing as children, but this can happen in any online game. Most people are actually very respectful and will try to keep adult stuff away from the eyes of young players.
Mm.
Mm-mm.
uh-uh.
Yeah.
I don't agree with that
No.
because you can't supervise your child 24/7 playing the game.
True.
No,
And
you
there's
can't.
always loopholes, I feel, as well, you know?
Always,
Yeah.
always.
Well, I have a question here. If you had a child that's a teen, would you allow to play at Second Life, and at what age, kinda?
No, no,
No.
It's like, no.
no.
18.
I will
18.
destroy
18.
internet.
And you know,
I don't
I've
have
even
a
had this
child, but I wouldn't let them.
Huh?
I've had this discussion with my daughter, who
Yeah.
is not a teen, and she said that she is glad that the internet wasn't popular or that
Mm.
Second Life wasn't around when she was a
Yeah.
teen because she wasn't. Because teens make stupid decisions, and
Yes.
she was the first one to say it. They don't have the thinking as an adult has.
Mm-mm.
She is just so glad it wasn't around.
Mars,
She
can
doesn't.
Mars, something from you? Can I
Hmm.
just ask you to because you're on Discord, I think the echo is kind of a little coming from you, because when I talk, you also have the red one, well, the button on. Can you just like mute yourself when you're not talking?
Oh, of course.
Okay, perfect. I think Michelle is also muted at some point. Okay, because we got somebody said that there's a strong echo, right? Okay, adult mostly maybe at 16, you know stuffs, but still you aren't emotionally grown enough. I will say like this. I mean, I know some people that played the game when they were 16, right? I was
Mm.
good friends with a person, but they also played IMVU, right? So we can debate here which one is more toxic, right? Because I know IMVU can be toxic as fuck also, right?
I
So
didn't play though.
I never
IMVU.
been
Really.
there too.
Yeah.
I know, but I'm just saying, right? All these kids, like teens, are also playing probably Roblox, IMVU, right?
Mhm.
So those
Mm.
are also toxic platforms. At some point, I think they need to kind of learn. But yeah, I definitely agree. Second Life is even more on that level because you can still voice, right? Which you can't do in IMVU and Roblox. Roblox is just text, right? So here it can go in a lot creepier levels with talking with older men and so on, right? So yeah, definitely not for kids. And I don't think if you set your maturity level to just general, you'll still see avatars that are like kind of questionable, right?
Mm.
Yes.
Oh yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
You can have
Personally,
huh? Yeah, go for
what I was
it.
going to say is that anybody that has a kid and they want to play this kind of game, whether it be Roblox, InView, Second Life, just don't make it in the regular general part of the house where you can see the computer screen. If they're not in their bedroom, chances are they're not going to be doing something that they'd be embarrassed that you saw. I mean, that
True.
was always kind of a rule
You
is
know,
that, if you're going to play a video game, play it in the living room.
but also, nowadays kids have
That's a
phones,
good
right? So
point.
there's another.
Yeah.
I
Oh
mean, we
yeah, I
were
didn't
all
think
kids. We
about
all
that.
know what kind of shit
Oh,
we
yeah.
did, right, at that age. So,
Nosy, nosy,
I
nosy.
mean, I can tell you something. When I was young and I got like my first phone and everything, I could only play Snake in it.
yeah, phone,
Yeah.
but what about internet or something like that, right?
Hmm.
Have you never
Well,
searched for like weird videos or something? I mean, I had.
yeah, but for me, I don't know, like because we're like a family of 4 siblings, right? We had only one PC basically, so it was
Uh-huh.
harder to. I don't know. It took me such a long time to actually
Never
explore
found
the
any
dark web.
parents' cassettes or something.
Oh yeah, I did.
Oh my god.
I didn't actually know.
Oh,
Memory unlocked, you know what I mean?
please, why did you
Yeah.
open those doors?
Oh my God.
Repressed childhood memories
Thank
coming
God
up.
this has never happened.
That's so funny.
Juju said IMVU is more toxic for sure. Petite, but even at 20 something, I saw older people taking advantage of the youngers.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that can happen in any game, right? I mean, we grew up with ears, let's say. Do you think we didn't have like old people trying to get like you were like 15, 14, trying to get in your is it even called DMs or something? What was then like the chats, right? And then wanted
Yeah.
yeah, they wanted to get you into that. But I think if the parents kind of if they teach their child don't talk to strangers or don't meet up with strangers, right? kind of to get right. But you know how you are as a teen, right? You're kind of more crazy. Don't think about shit that you do. So yeah, it can be.
Oh, no. Great. Teens just don't
Oh
care.
yeah, absolutely.
And I think privacy and your teen, no. You have to pay attention to what they're doing. You need to look in their phone. You need to look in their computer, because you hear about the teens that go missing because they met somebody online.
Mm,
Which is
And
why
it's
there
like,
were always public devices in my house. They were public
yep.
devices, which means they needed to stay in public rooms.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I explained it to them. So they never had anything in the room. So I always saw what they were looking at.
mm. Well, if you do this from the time they're younger, I guess nobody has a problem with it, right? That you know what I mean.
Well, it's a lot harder now because of the smartphones. Every kid has one, and you're not around to look at it. So
Yeah, true, actually.
Yeah, that's
Now
what
you
I said.
can't
Because
control
on the
them
phone you
anymore.
can go to any kind of chat rooms, right? You can do Omegle if you want. You see thousands of dicks flying
They
around.
closed it.
I know. I saw they closed it. Yeah, but
They closed it now. God damn it, that was shocking. I remember back in the day with my friends, we were doing Omegle, we were talking to people. We've seen a lot
how
of.
many dicks did you see? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, we'll just be there, like 3 people, and just like eating and just watching the camera, and suddenly we see like yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, right? Yeah.
Okay, let's jump to the comments because we came nowhere a little.
Yeah, where we went off topic. Yeah, here.
Yeah, now we have 2 for Michelle. So Michelle, I think you can just read the both of yours, right? Let me just scroll
right.
to. Wait, yours is what? This one, I think.
117.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
18.
Yeah, go for it.
All right. So the first one says, I worked for the company and found they have a lack of professional management. They hired and celebrated depraved individuals and fired skilled and competent workers. The manager in my office was formerly a cable internet installer, and his subordinate manager was formerly a DVD rental store guy. I have never worked in a company that treated its customer base with greater contempt. I resigned my position.
Okay.
Well, okay, sorry. You may read the other one as well.
Linden Lab. Yeah, let's do another one because then we can just.
All right. The second one says, back when I had an account, a copy of your driver's license was required to enter adult Sims back then. The under 18 and over 18 had 2 different grids, then Linden Lab decided to merge them to save money. Most adults protested this, stating it was asking for double, despite them rewriting their terms of service, which no one actually reads because it's long and boring.
I know, right?
True story.
Yeah.
Sold my soul to the devil.
Never read that. I had an account for over 10 years and got accused of age play which I have never done and actually reported on several times over the years since the grid merge. Yet despite that, Linden Labs did not listen and banned my account anyways. I would not take anyone else aboard that I didn't do. Oh my god, this grammar's sorry. All anyone has to do is take a picture of you near a child avatar, report it more than once, or have others state the same thing, true or not, and not even having to have actual proof you get banned. Being a parent, I'd never let my children play Second Life until they were adults because all it takes now is a credit card which kids can steal to sign up. Hell, most 15 and 16-year-olds have credit cards these days, so no proof of age is actually required anymore. Even with me supervising their computer time, they were not allowed on sites such as Second Life simply because, as a parent, while yes, they are aware of the dangers, both virtual and real, does not mean they need to be unintentionally exposed to it. Yet Linden Labs did not listen or bother to look into the history of when I reported predators with actual proof, such as them asking me to make my avatar look younger for quote-unquote roleplay. I have a story about that, actually. Remind me to tell you.
Awesome.
Didn't matter that nothing was reported until I made someone upset by telling them to stop harassing me, and then suddenly these false reports pop up, yet the actual pedos that I reported were still allowed to be in Second Life because they have quote-unquote premium accounts and Sims, which have child porn pics in the Sims, I might add. They are a bunch of crooks. They don't care about people, just money, and knew fully well what they were doing when the merger hit. So don't waste your time or money because they can ban you without warning or proof. And unless you are a premium member, will not even give you the time of day, just a copy and paste response. Wow.
Well, that's a lot.
My little story time is actually this happened to me. So I've had this account for about 7 years, I believe, but I consistently be on Second Life. I had been on Second Life for about 2, but when I first started Second Life, you know, like when you first get your mesh body and, you know, you're just kind of learning, this freak messaged me and he was offering me Linden's to modify the avatar and make her look like a child. You know, yeah,
my
it was
God.
so creepy. Yes. And
Oh,
then
yeah,
he
yeah.
also told me, I remember him saying, like, I have a big mansion. You'll have your own playroom.
Oh my
But you have,
God.
Oh
Sorry.
my
yes, I was,
god.
Sorry,
it
go
was
ahead.
crazy. I was
That
so
is
disturbed, but like,
what
I
a
Oh
just
my
blocked
God.
the guy. Yeah.
I wanted to talk about this whole thing that we got. So, management in Linden Labs. Any stories of reporting some weird activity and not getting anything back in all the time that you were? How useful you think are those reports really?
They're not useful at all
No.
not useful at all.
because you have to follow the laws of the real world, and we're not in the real world. And because we're not in the
Yeah.
real world,
Right.
no crimes have been committed. I mean, that's where we start to get a little dodgy. That's the reason why these platforms don't really have any real power. They can ban you in
Yeah.
Second Life, but what are they going to do? They can't arrest you. Can't throw you in jail.
Mm-mm.
True.
Which is why people act the way they do because there's really no repercussion.
Exactly. Exactly. So it's up to us to just make the right decision.
Yeah.
I mean, to
Second
me,
Life.
it was more. I don't think I think I once reported somebody. Don't remember what it was for a long time ago. But I never report people because I know it's kind of useless. But it's so hilarious to me when people are like screaming, "I'm gonna report." We get
Yeah.
this a couple of times over the years, right? I'm gonna report you to Linden Lab, and I was like, "Yeah, go right ahead. Nothing will happen, right?"
Yeah. True that.
What would they write? Like, this person is a bitch. Wow. Like, what was the worst thing they could do? Like, nothing, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I think Linden Lab is really going down. Like the comment was saying, right? When they said they were accused of child porn, well, what is it, child porn or whatever, pornography, whatever it was, he said that he was instantly banned. So I know Linden Lab is doing that. So I think there is a point when they don't know if somebody is actually just making a picture of somebody with a child not doing anything, and Linden Lab still bans them if they're like coming in 2-3 reports, right? Because at the end of the day, like 5 people could just get, like all of us, let's say, that are sitting here, we could just get together, go in some sim when they have kids, kind of derender a child's clothes and just send to Linden Lab, this person is like doing child pornography, right? And I think
Right.
Linden Lab, without no checking, nothing, will just ban them, right? So that's kind of they are
Oh my
trying
God.
to they're trying to like kind of get rid of this, but also in amidst of all of this there could be a lot of trolling of one person or something, right? There's not always somebody who's rightly accused of it, but what can you do, right?
Yeah,
So
there's no criminal recourse when it comes to Second Life. There's civil recourse, but that's it. Get a lawyer.
Yeah.
You don't
Yeah.
report to Linden Labs. That's your best bet.
Nobody's getting lawyers here, or they are just screaming they are, but nobody actually is, right? It's still a game for most of the people. Well, most of normal people, let's say it like that.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
Normal people, it's a game.
There you go. For others, some of them are actually living here, so they're the ones screaming, "I'm gonna report you to Linden Lab. I know somebody from Linden Lab. I'm gonna call them tomorrow," and so on. Right?
Oh my
We
God.
all
Yeah, heard
seen
that
those,
one sometimes.
right?
Nice.
Okay, I don't know. I have reported like volunteer and they got banned. I don't believe that helped because a lot, because they can come back with an alt again. So it is like fighting with windmills.
Depends, but they might block them with IP, right?
I
Yeah,
knew
they
a girl.
can. Mhm.
Well, there was a girl who talked to me. She was gone in between for like I think she was gone for 3 months, and then she got back to me because she changed computers and actually location where she lives, so she can finally log into Second Life. But her story was kind of that she was force flying, right, on a sim, and the sim owner reported her, and they banned her, like her whole computer and IP, right? So she couldn't log in even with her alts. So when she came back, it was like 3 months later when she moved for her work from, I don't know where she was living, somewhere in Europe, and she moved to Holland or something, right? Or France. And then she got back, oh, sorry, I was gone, like this and this happened to me, right? I couldn't log in, right? So it's like, I don't know, sometimes they're doing a little too much, and I was like, fuck, I'm force flying all the fucking time, right?
Yeah,
What are you
ban
talking
someone
about?
for force flying?
I know. It's not, force flying is not allowed on sims that they don't allow force flying, and that's kind of breaking of TOS, right?
Yeah.
Which is
IP
like,
ban?
Still.
yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
an IP ban?
That's a bit
Wow.
harsh.
Yeah.
I know. Not all IPs are permanent. Most in world are still temporary. Just reset your modem and you have new. Yeah, I know. But you know, not all people are tech savvy, right? So that's the most issues we can get. Okay, let's go to the next opinion. I don't know why this shit is jumping all the time, so we're gonna just scroll through them again. And we have one of mine's, I think. Yeah. So I have a really short one. It's, watch this one. Lisa said, BDSM. Second Life is a site where people in the BDSM community meet. It also has a large Muslim population looking to revert people. Now,
Really? I didn't know the second part.
now a good
Okay.
question. Did anybody found a Muslim person in SL that wanted to revert him? Ever?
Never in my 19
That's
years
the
of
very
Second Life.
first time I ever heard it. Like, I didn't even know that's a thing.
I had no idea. That was
You have to
new.
be very like into research and
I
go
mean,
in very specific places to actually like meet this kind of people. I feel
I meant
that's too specific.
I met vampires that wanted to revert me, but that's another
Yes,
story.
a lot
Oh.
of have bloodlines.
For the
Can I
sake of
bite
our
you?
pedo, right?
You know, those bloodlines people, they are aggressive.
I
Oh
know,
my God,
right?
yes.
They caught me when I first started. I was like, no, thanks. They're like, no, you want to. And I'm like, no, I have to call somebody your liege. I'm not doing that.
I was actually in a clan for some time, but I was just food to them at the start, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Are they still around? I haven't seen
Yeah.
them in
I
years.
think
I
they are.
remember.
Because I'm on that
Really?
system of there's the bloodlines. Every time I meet a vampire, they were like, oh, you're in the abyss. You don't have your master anymore. Do you want me to take your soul out of the abyss? And I was like, I don't give a shit anymore. Do whatever.
my
I think
Wow.
at some point with Tim, I think now my soul is not in abyss because with Timmy we were exploring one day and we met a vampire and Timmy actually paid him to take my soul out of the abyss. For the fun of it, we bought a potion, right?
Yeah.
Have to have fun.
I would have loved to see that.
I know, right? I have some people wanted to talk me about Jesus, got muted. Really?
Oh.
Oh, I wish I would met that. Where
Me
did you meet?
too.
Let me talk to you about our Lord Jesus Christ.
I know, right?
Amen.
Okay. Then I'm going to the next one. I'll
Before
just
you
do
go to
this
the
'cause-
next one,
Yeah.
before you go to the next one, can I just say there were two sentences in that last comment. One
Yeah.
had BDSM and the other one had Muslim.
Yeah.
I'm wondering how she was trying to equate those two sentences
Actually,
together. It didn't
yeah. Like,
seem
what was she
like
Hey,
into?
where was she hanging?
right. I'm like,
Right?
people are trying
Yeah.
to convert you to Islam, yet you're into kinky sex. What is going on?
I have
What
so many
sim were you at?
questions.
I have read some
Where is
stuff
the
about that, like though on blogs
Barbie
before.
doll said, Lola, give you a garlic necklace, Naria. Delete you off the game data. Petit said, oh, I never crossed a single Muslim. I mean, I was in Muslim sims, right? There's Egypt and some stuff like that, right? You have, and people when they just talk Arabic. I was at one point invited there by somebody to just in a club, right? But I have no problem with that. But I never met somebody who wanted to like convert me. What the hell, right?
That's true. That's the same.
Wow.
I have a lot of friends that are Muslims and stuff, but never like putting that on me. Never.
Exactly.
Right.
Okay, the
So,
next one is Mac. I think Mac, it's your turn to hear your nice voice
Okay.
now. But
Uh-oh.
okay, you start with 20, right?
Thoughts. I've been in SL for 2 months now, and I agree when people say it's not a game. It is in fact a game, but it's not just a game. First off, the negative things. I've heard of them, but they did not happen to me. I believe it depends on how you actually simulate and move yourself in world. Second, Second Life does not push you to buy Lindens or money in the game. There are lots and lots of free stuff in the game, however. Those who use money also have its perks, which is normal. Third, there are great things in SL. You get to meet wonderful and kind people. When they say there are bad people here, even in the real world they exist. But here you can do something such as blocking them or reporting them even. There's so much more to SL than just a game. It just depends on who you choose to be with.
And there we
Very
have
good
the
point.
age-old question: game or not a game?
yeah.
I'm game.
You're like,
It's a,
we're not going to that one.
it's a social game.
Yeah.
But
I
it's
mean,
still a
well, I-
game because we are
Mhm.
amusing ourselves.
yeah,
It's still a game. We play
We're not
dress
curing
up Barbie.
cancer.
I mean, you know.
we're not curing
Yeah.
cancer.
We're not curing cancer. There's no algebra happening. Nobody's launching a rocket. This is amusement. So it's a game.
Yeah. I mean, as far for me, like, because I play a lot of other games, since I'm sitting behind the computer and I'm using my mouse and my keyboard to, walk around my avatar to do shit. I mean, for me, it's a game, right? Creative
Okay.
yeah, I
platform.
agree.
I mean, I would call creative platform more for the creators, right? Maybe not
Yeah.
even that much SL, but they're actually doing shit in other programs too, right? You can
Right.
then go outside of SL, but yeah, I mean, some people build in here too. Not the best, I guess, because
Yeah.
the mesh is all the shit now, but not a game. It's a
Absolutely.
social platform with game elements.
Yeah.
I agree.
Right.
That's the perfect way to put it. Yeah.
SL is a lifestyle, Minka says.
That's true, but that's true too. It is a lifestyle. People choose their second lives.
I mean, I would say
It's
like
true.
call it as the fuck you want, right? Doesn't matter. I don't get the
Yeah.
arguments. Is it a game? Is it not a game? Who the hell gives a shit? You call it a game, you call it a platform, whatever it is for you, it's fine either way, right?
Multimedia platform.
Yeah.
But there's still
I will say,
people fighting about it. Yeah, go for
Yeah.
it.
yeah, I will say I have a friend who and she made a very valid point one time. She said that Second Life really, you know how in games there's a certain goal to achieve or something to do. In Second
Right.
Life, it's different for everybody. So the way I look at it, I agree with everybody, but I also look at it as, like a social experience, a virtual world with game elements, like Naria said. Because if you look at it, Second Life doesn't really have a final objective or
Right.
Depends. Some people,
well, yeah, that's
my
true.
goal is to get pregnant. My goal is to get a man. My goal, people
Yeah.
have
No, that's a
goals, I
very good
guess.
point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
that's a
it's
very
not like
good
eat the
point.
most coins or kill the zombie. It's
Yeah.
not other games
Or
where there is an
accumulate
Well,
objective.
points.
actually, you
Right.
could, right?
You could.
Ask Petite, grow the most flowers. She's playing Lindo. Stuff like
That's
that.
right.
I mean,
Yeah,
there's different games in Second Life too, right? People are
Yeah.
definitely killing
right.
zombies on some shit around The
And it's
Sims, right?
different for everybody. Right.
Yeah, but so it's like I play Fortnite, let's say. So it's in there, right? Okay, you want to win at the end, but there's different people coming. Some people just want to troll. Some people just, I don't know, are just exploring. And when they get killed, right? Because they don't know how to shoot and so on, right? At the end, you want to win. But, there's people who come in with their friends and just having fun or, do other stuff. So I don't know. It's like, could be a lot of different stuff. Yes, it's a platform
Yeah.
because it doesn't have its creators given goal. Cool. Everyone sits there, sets their own goal like in real life. Then real life is game too. Oh yeah, real life is a game, of course.
We're in Matrix.
We're in
Right.
Matrix 3D
And we're all
paper.
trying to survive.
I don't know, but
Yeah.
Second Life just reminds me a lot of Sims, right? It's a multiplayer. That's kind of the only difference for me. So if Sims are considered a game, I think this could be considered a game too. In my opinion, of course, everybody has their own, right? Game elements,
Absolutely.
number one is you.
Mm.
You can't die. Well, what's the point in Sims, to be honest? What's the goal in Sims?
Have a lot of mods.
Those aspiration things, isn't it?
Oh yeah, in Sims you could buy your own money. Like our always mother loved that
And there
shit
are
and
all
just
kind of mods where you can do
yeah.
whatever.
I would build my
Loving
mansions for
it.
free.
It's like having a
No,
Tamagotchi though, The Sims, isn't it? So it's like keeping them alive. There's kind of goals there, I guess.
I would
There's-
I would put a cheat so they were always happy.
I couldn't get into it. I tried.
Mother load.
Yeah.
Petit said, yeah, SL, pretty Roblox to when we do little games.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, let's go to the next one with Mac. I think you have another one, right?
Okay, so too smutty for kids under 18. Worst virtual world ever. Let me begin with how badly it's made. Most Sims tend to lag because of users who want to max everything out with scripts and particles. That's not even the highest power computer can even handle it. Then the trolls will tell you need a brand new computer because what you have is not up to par. Brackets totally not true. Second, the game is overly sexualized in the darkest form ever imaginable. I've even seen avatars walk around with smutty particles in their mouth and everywhere you can imagine. The G-rated and moderate areas contain smut regardless of their rating. Trolls, griefers are everywhere and the lag is horrendous on more Sims. Last but not least, it's also unsafe for play because anyone at a time can run a script that can cause damage to your video card, etc. Linden Lab doesn't acknowledge this fact and deletes any post on their site mentioning it. But it's true, I've had several friends who have come across this issue. When they complained, they got told otherwise. I've seen my video card heat up at unhealthy level while on Second Life. So really, you are better off playing something far less complex like there.com, which is more user-friendly, but still for 18 and up, you won't come across any porn content there.
In there.com, I've been there. I've seen what's could been there.
What's
many,
there?
many years ago.
I've never
Oh,
heard
Never
of it.
heard of that.
Never heard of it.
There.com. It was like
Truth
kind
or
of
dare?
same as
No.
Second Life. I would say it's like you could do the same things that you could do in Second Life, but I didn't get to be there so long because I found Second Life though. But it was around for some time, and you were driving, you met people, you talk on voice, clothing, and all that sexiness going on. So yeah.
Minka
So,
said it's a platform where old people hide from their eventual demise as a hotter, younger version of themselves.
spot on, Minka, spot on.
Spot on.
Aren't we all doing that?
I'm not putting that under a chair. Absolutely not.
Lily's asking, "There is still around?" ?
I do not know. I remember I was in The Sims Online and then went to there.com and then Second Life.
So,
Yeah.
a question from that one that Mac read. So, how PG, when you set it to PG, are really PG places, you think?
They can't be generally like PG. Like it depends. Like, okay, the starter places where the starter avatars start.
Aren't there like avatars even making it hard to be PG then, even if you set your place to PG? I go to some events and there's always a pussy right around the corner, right? Even if
Yes.
even if
I don't think nothing really.
Huh?
Oh, sorry. I was just I don't think nothing really is truly PG here. There's always going to be something, even if
No,
it's
you could be
minimal.
like going to a hair
Jetta.
store, minding your own business, and all of a sudden you're met with this visual nightmare of things protruding everywhere and fluids coming everywhere, and you're like, I just want to buy hair.
Fluids
You know what I
dripping
mean?
down.
Moist.
So I don't think
Mercy?
it can ever be true.
We
Yeah.
didn't hear from
PG.
Mercy for some time. She's muted. Poor. There you
I'm
go.
still here. I'm still with you guys.
Still with you.
Don't worry.
How many pussies do you see?
No comment.
I think I just saw like today, like a couple. I was on one event because I was doing what the fuck at events right for the end of the month. Like definitely events rated like general, right? But damn.
Yeah.
The thing is that I don't know. If for all the people it's like that, but for me, let's say that my performance is not like the greatest all the time. Sometimes I even will go to a place where
Hey,
people are
Jetta.
dressed, and I will see them naked, Chewbacca with their vagina. You know what I mean?
Oh
Like,
my God.
even if
Yeah.
it's not their intention to be naked, I will see them naked first before I even see them
But
dressed.
I don't mind the naked body of like the old Linden body that much when you're raising in than those who keep on vaginas, buttholes, I don't know, gauged
Are you
You
buttholes,
name the holes.
cum dripping off of every possible hole on her
Yes.
body and so on,
Fluids.
right?
What's with the
Are you
fluids? I
saying
don't
that the
understand.
default avatar is not sexy? Oh my god.
I'm sorry.
I can't
It's
believe
terrible.
it.
Like I will say the other day I went to a sim. It's like this it's featured on the destinations area on the website, and it was this beautiful tango hall, and there was a girl there, like the dress code was formal or cocktail or whatever, and she had both of her nipples out. Like everybody was dressed there and she had her breasts out like as if nothing. I'm like, "Oh, okay. So this is what
Everything
we're
is
doing."
But
normal.
I don't think we don't even
Yeah.
care anymore because you're so used to it,
Yeah.
right? I mean, I
Yeah,
guess
that's how
for us
desensitizes
doesn't
you.
matter, right? Walk around how the hell you want. I mean, I seen worse, believe me, a lot worse.
Yeah.
But like, I'm just thinking of the Tim. What are you drinking?
Let's call him.
Who's Tim?
It's Jason and Mac that's here.
Yeah,
Oh, it's Jason drinking, I think. Yeah.
Timmy aren't
Hi,
here. Timmy
everybody.
aren't here. But no, I wanted to. Where was I? For
I'm
fuck's sake, forgot.
Timmy.
It's fine. I'm
Hi,
Timmy.
everybody. I even forgot how he talks. I cannot even do the intimate, like, pretend I'm him.
I have reported
No.
people that were on PG lands that were dressed in things that were adults. But yeah, I think Karma, we talked about this. Nothing will happen, right? I think Linden Lab is getting like millions of reports in of people who are like,
I wonder how many. That is like, can we Google that? Like, how many reports does Linden Labs get in a
probably
day?
way too
or-
many, and
Oh,
they
I
cannot
Yeah.
handle it all, and they just delete half of it that comes
I
in.
think that button is going warm every day.
But isn't
Just
it up
goes
to
to
the
the spam folder and then they clear it once a month.
As
Yeah.
I said, I
Isn't it up-
never. Huh? What?
isn't it up to the sim owner to just ban somebody from their
Yeah,
sim
I
if
think
they're there
so that
naked?
for the places
If they
that,
want.
like, whatever how they're moderated, it's up to the sim owner and the moderators to actually, like,
Right. I mean,
police
Linden
the
Labs.
place. Yeah.
Linden Labs can't go around policing everybody's PG sim. I would think it would be up to the sim owner to do that.
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
I think so
What I
too,
think.
actually.
Even in IM, some guys can send you kinky IMs. Oh, yeah,
Hey,
definitely.
what
I
can
mean,
you do?
Jason,
What
oh
can
yes,
you do? Yeah.
it's fine.
I mean,
well,
if you don't provoke them, then
Yeah.
okay, that's weird. But if,
I mean, I do
happens.
get it why Linden Lab doesn't go in these personal disputes and oh my god, you're on adults on general sim and you're looking at. I mean, who has even time for this? They will get
Right.
like
Yeah.
millions of reports a week. To be honest about that stuff, if they will go so deep, I do get it why they do like the child stuff a little more seriously, though. It does come with mistakes, right? Because you never know. You can just all of us could now be like, "Ooh, let's drop I don't know Jason right now with some child there and just send it to Linden Lab, right?" And they would probably
Honestly,
ban
if I
him.
see any child standing next to me, I'll walk away from now on.
So do I.
Honestly, yeah.
I refuse to talk to anybody as in a child avatar for that very reason.
Yeah.
I have
Oh,
no
yeah.
idea what your
I would even
motivations are.
block them.
Or what happened to me when I talked to a child avatar? He was like, "Oh, I'm searching for a mommy," and I was like, "What?" "Yeah, my daddy is searching for a mommy. I will just drop daddy out of my inventory." And I was like, a complicated
That scared
story
the
there.
Jesus out of me, the child part. It really scares me.
No, he was the daddy and the child
Yeah.
in one
Oh,
person,
no,
right?
no, no. So wrong in so many ways. Oof.
So he
Oh,
was
yeah, yeah.
looking.
Yeah, no.
So he was looking for mom for himself, like mom for a child, and also wife for his daddy, which is the same person. I was like,
You
Yeah.
noped right out of there,
That
right?
escalated
You
quickly.
noped out of that whole situation.
Yeah.
well, we were having fun a little, not with him, but I was with, I think Tugs or somebody. When you're just laughing about the situation, what's happening there.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's weird. I have gone to places, a club, just showing my nalgas, lol, and they tell me that I was not proper and that I had a chance to change or leave before I get booted. But I agree there, right? I will say like this, like to the people who own the Sims, they're kind of the ones controlling who is on the Sim, right? There is no right
Yeah.
and wrong for them, right? I never had a problem
Yeah.
like before. I think a good a good thing was when we were hanging with Tugs, Darkana, you remember her? She was like,
Oh yeah.
she was like a really, really short girl, right? Sometimes she looks like a teen kind of, right? And we came to a sim and they banned her instantly. And, you know, we didn't complain because we knew, right? Okay, they don't agree how small she looks. Fuck it, right? What can we do? To the next sim. I mean, there's so many sims. I don't think you can be bothered with one or two sims if they don't want you there. So
And that's out of your control. That's up to the Sims owner, right? And for and
well,
you just
they're
have to
paying
move
for
on.
the sim, right? So I think they could
Yeah.
decide are you on or
Absolutely.
not. So I never argue. I never argued if somebody banned me from a sim or you know. If you don't
Right.
want me there, fine. It's I mean I won't like beg you for it. You know what I mean?
Their
Yeah.
loss.
Right. Their loss, exactly.
There we go. Okay, I think
Because
we
you
have
have fucking
some.
delight.
Tell that to the creator. I'm joking. I'm not for them, but it's fine. Okay. What was that one? Shit. Okay, I can go from the back. Cool. I think we have Mac. You did yours. Now we have Merce. It's your turn. I don't know where.
So
There we
I
go.
have a comment from GetReal88, who is an adult. Comment says poor service and expensive. I'm not going to argue there. Unfortunately, the platform is dying out, and the end user base continues to dwindle due to the greed of the developer. I pay for a premium account and I get the support I receive, and the support I receive is greatly lacking. This platform is quickly going to be a thing of the past unless they step it up. Do not let your children use the system. It's full of sexually explicit content. If you think your children are already using it, then report your IP to the corporate office ASAP. If you use the platform for creative purposes, it's okay, but don't bother with a premium account. It doesn't have any added benefits. Exchange rate for in-world monies are far too high, and the margins are becoming a resell. The margins on becoming a reseller are narrow due to steady decline in the user base. Well, there's a little bit to unpack here, but actually, I kind of disagree with the whole like dwindling and dying out thing.
Yeah,
People are since the pandemic actually starting to make a living out of this and you know, really cashing out. And when you think about like in the United States, for example, the metaverse is just like it's just busting open. Like
Yeah.
we're striking while the iron's hot. We're the OGs. So we're ahead of the game already. Like
the fun part is he's saying about the game dying out, but that comment was 5 years ago. So I guess
Right.
it's still
my
dying
gosh,
out. You know what I mean?
I can't believe I didn't see that.
It's so
But
funny
yeah.
because I've been in SL in 2009 and 10, right? The first time. And already then were people, oh, the game is dying out, right? Like, look at this. 2023 still not died out. I mean, there's a lot less people playing it that they were in 2009, right? For sure. But I think there's still a lot of creators coming in wanting to earn money, right? Still a lot of us who are just like having fun.
Yeah.
You know, there's still some user base left, but they're not.
Right.
I mean, it's a little complicated for new people to start, though. People give up.
Very, very. And there's a lot more to do on the internet than there was in 2019. There's a lot more games, not like Second Life, but a lot more video games than there was.
True.
It's just spread out.
But Second Life looks good now. I mean, if you have a good computer, like there's, you know.
Looks great.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah.
I mean, I tried. I did. I think I was one day in IMVU, which I was like, "What the fuck is this shit? I can't move."
I still want to try it though. Honestly,
Oh, Jason.
Down?
Yeah,
one day, and then I was gone.
Jason, we have to go to IMVU. We have to all
I
make
gotta
characters.
try it for the first time.
Yeah,
But
I want to
you've
try it too, actually.
It's
No,
so
I
funny. I
tried it,
haven't
like-
played IMVU in like 10 years. Does it look the same or have they improved?
Guys, I want
probably-
to check it out.
I tried it
Probably.
like 3
I'll
years
go
ago.
with you.
I couldn't move
I'll go
either.
with you.
So I
Yeah.
left.
Probably you could, it is looking a little better. Probably they had to upgrade with something, right? I think they also have like, CC in Sims is CC, right? But they also have
Yeah.
content that you can buy and creators make stuff for it. So, probably they
Wow.
upgrade it in 10 years for sure about something. The only
Okay.
thing bothering me with IMView is there's just text chat. I think they took away voice.
Yeah.
They had voice chat for some time, but I think they took it away. I don't know if now it's back or not. This was like 2 years ago that I tried it.
Okay.
Next video, IMView.
Yeah.
But also, I hate that you cannot move in rooms, right? You cannot walk. You just have to sit on poles around, right? Which is
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
it's like a constraint. You cannot, you can just click, 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 click and not move. Because in Second Life, you can fly, you can move, you can whatever, right?
You can do everything.
Naria's next video,
Everything.
trying IMView. Oh no. Okay, next one we have let's see the next comment.
It's me again.
I know I'm
It's
last,
me.
so it's fine.
It's you again. Wait, this one is a short one. Where did that one go? 23. Huh. I think I lost that one for you.
Oh, I have it.
I know I know you have it. I don't have it. Wait,
Oh,
like this. Okay, I have. I will just drop it like this. Okay, go for it. Wait.
gotcha. So 5 years ago, somebody named Double X Shimmer Passion Double X. It's kind of confusing because it says age 15 plus adult. Are they? Is 15 plus considered adult? First
I have
of all,
no idea.
let's
That's
assume this
crazy.
person's 15 and run wild.
Yeah.
Why don't we?
We are.
Second Life is definitely a great game, an open sandbox and an open world where you can explore and have a good time. Great game.
I put this
This
one in
person
because I
is
think this
having-
one was one of the nicest comments. What did you say, Merce?
Assuming it's an adult, they're having a lot of fun. If this person is 15 or 16, they are also having a lot of fun, which is not suggested.
There you go.
I don't know how else to say it.
But yeah, like when I think after that, after Merce, we only have like the 3 stories that we're gonna kind of pass through faster. But I still have like a question. Do you have any like, let's say, encounters, right, with parents and children in SL together?
Yes, I
No.
have.
I have had.
You have. Who's gonna start? Somebody needs to start talking about
Wait,
what's
it's
what's
yours,
your
Naria.
story.
So.
Yeah, I can quickly start. It's
Okay.
Michelle.
Yeah.
The only encounter I've had, there's actually a group here in Second Life that focuses on mental health, and it's a big supportive group, and they meet weekly just to discuss various topics. And there were 2 individuals there, a mother and a daughter. But interestingly enough, the daughter, I believe, was about 20 years old. But yeah, she was with her mother there, and according to what they said, I mean, they benefited from the discussion. So, and the daughter, because we were all just so amazed, like how a mother and a daughter were there together. And they were like, yeah, I mean, we love it. We love exploit. And they live in the United States and they live in different states. So Second Life is a way for them to experience things together and explore. So yeah, that was pleasantly surprising. But that's the
Kind of
only instance
adorable.
I've seen. Yeah, isn't that cute?
That's really
Yeah.
cute.
Well, I wanted to
Yeah.
say I have that story about mom. She was one of my subscribers, and she actually offered me a house on her sim, right, to live in for free. I was like, yeah, sure.
Aw.
And I come to that sim, and actually it was like there was a small town with stores and like those houses around, and on that sim were her 2 daughters. They were 16 and 15, I think, right, or 14, something like that. And she was like kind of supervising what they did, right? She gave them a store in that town, right? They could sell gachas there, right? They hung on the sim actually, and they could invite their friends. But then also she let them like, okay, I'm doing this now, go with your friends around Second Life, right? So she kind of, she let them be in Second Life, but
Wow.
also kind of was checking what they're doing, right? But she was like, oh, they're good, they don't do nothing weird. I was always a little iffy, like what do they do when they go with their friends around? But that's just me. But she was so trusting, right? And she was like, yeah, they don't do shit. But they were a nice family, right? So, why not, I guess.
Yeah.
If she allows them, why not? Right?
Right. I mean, I think that's lovely. Personally, my little sister, well, she's 19, but to me, she's my baby because I don't have children. And she's like the baby of the family. And she actually recently joined Second Life. So I do get that kind of protective instinct, especially with all the creeps in Second Life. And I'm always asking her. And so there is a fine line between that. But as long as there's supervision and the mother who's a subscriber of yours, I mean, she's doing the best she can. I just think it's just important to communicate and
of course.
I think
And
that's lovely.
we all know Granny. Granny is one who has her daughters in, but her daughters are grown up, right? So I guess not really a childlike situation. Well, like teen situation, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Anybody else? Any stories?
Yeah.
Nah, we are good. We don't deal with kids. It's fine.
No, I don't. It's like people can do whatever what they desire, as long I am not communicating with someone that is a child and wants to role play a child with me, because that is not in my. I don't want that, so I can remove myself easily out of that situation. I'm just being clear on that. Do whatever you would like to do in Cycling. Be happy, do you? But I don't need to be around that. I choose that for me. Yeah.
So, okay, now we have, I think the next one is GOTY. You're reading the next one, right?
You want me to read the next one?
Yeah.
18 plus. And this was also 5 years ago. Fantastic virtual reality, but not for kids. I love SL dearly, and I think it's the best virtual reality game ever conceived and actuated. But people need to understand that Second Life is not a game. It was never designed to be a game, and it will never be a game. Therefore, children must be protected from accessing it. Human beings, what they are, there is a lot of seriously seedy and demented adult activity that goes on, same as in real life, which can be mostly avoided by changing your account settings so you're prevented from accidentally teleporting to a cesspool of slime bags. You'll see the You'll see the odd moron desperate for attention, wearing next to nothing while pretending to look all innocent, but you can permanently derender them so you'll never see them again. If you use the Firestorm viewer, the official viewer doesn't offer any such conveniences. You can also block them from ever communicating with you, so it's not as though you're left completely helpless. A child, however, wouldn't know these things, and seeing activities of such a twisted, base nature could potentially psychologically damage them for life. It's a little dramatic. As far as I'm concerned, that was my sidebar. Any adult allowing a child access to Second Life should not only have their heads read, but be convicted of child abuse. It is not a game.
How will we ever protect our kids? How will we ever?
She feels pretty strongly about that one. So
I mean, she wrote it okay. I mean, it shows it's a actual parent, right? Being concerned, let's say it like that. Like,
a lot
I
of
agree, though.
concerns.
Don't play if you're a kid, right? Definitely not. Indeed, great place, meet real life friends and family. There you go.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, Second Life, it's what you make it, right? If you want to be a troll and run around.
Absolutely, and enjoy it.
Exactly.
Right.
If you want to take it way too seriously or role play your fucking whole family and, you want to be pregnant, go for it. I mean, you're bothering nobody, actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, everybody's doing their own thing in SL for sure, right? And mostly
it
we
never occurred to me
Huh?
that people would actually, it never occurred to me that like family members from different states could meet in Second Life and like have, I mean, that's kind of adorable.
Yeah. I think that's lovely.
Do they? They're
Yeah,
trying.
I mean, I
There's
don't
always one family member. I don't want to play this shit game.
I'm currently looking for a grandma and a grandfather, so I don't know. Mac, you up for the grandfather part? And Naria, grandma?
Why not?
I mean, Second Life
Oh,
is
it would
my
be
dirty
so
little secret.
cozy.
It
You
would.
need the Christmas presents.
I know, right?
I'm just having fun,
Okay, I think who else we have now with there is Ais, you have another one, right?
I have one, yeah.
Okay, wait, let me just turn it on and go to you. Okay, there's yours. Go
Okay,
for
Lizzie.
it.
This
Lizzie.
was like seven years ago.
Yeah, they go. We had the first ones at the start, and now we're going older and older and older.
Okay. She says, most definitely, without a doubt, not for kids. Do not, and I must emphasize, do not allow your child to play this simulation. From the very first moment I entered Second
Simulation.
Life,
Yeah.
a man at the Learning Island Sim, where you are first res in SL, took me to his strip club and offered to show me how the controls work on the bed.
I'm
Oh, you
sorry.
gotta
This
learn.
is just
So nice of him.
That's what I said. That
Oh.
happened to you apparently too.
Well, you
So
gotta
nice.
learn it somehow. I mean,
I know, right?
I
Yeah,
played.
I mean,
I
hey.
want it to be educational.
I
He's giving
played
you the ropes,
around.
showing you
Yeah, I played around and clicked a few buttons. Mind you, I am 19, but I laughed at him the entire time. Yes. Then he started to undress and the game was over. No, thank you. I zoomed out of there faster than you can say hot tamales. Aside from the obvious sexual exploitation in the game, where even bean bags have inappropriate poses, it's just incredibly difficult to maneuver. I'm sorry, this is making me laugh. Once you
I know, I'm
master
sorry
the
too.
controls, however, and there are many, the possibilities are totally endless. You can fly a plane, ride a horse, be responsible for feeding your avatar, own real estate, start a business, paint, fly, have a prim baby, etc. If it's in real life, it's in Second Life. But keep this in mind for any and every aspect of real life. Now, age play is completely and totally prohibited by Linden Labs, meaning sex with the child avatar is punishable by instant ban, regardless of time or money put into your account. This is why many people simulate as a child in SL as a form of escape from sexual aspects. Most people see a child Abby and treat them as a child, refraining from swearing, putting away alcohol, etc. This does not mean the child Abby is an actual child, but let me put it to you this way. SL is not a game. It's a simulation. Some people use it to relive a happier childhood. Perhaps they had an abusive one. Every single person behind the screen is old enough to master the heaps of controls necessary to move through the site. So any 3-year-old is not 3 years old. Speaking of 3-year-olds, and this is my last point, becoming a child is expensive.
Kind of true
They
though.
use very true. They use a mesh
So
they use a
expensive.
mesh body, more difficult to make, so more expensive to buy. And the clothes, hair, shoes, etc. must be bought exclusively. It complicates an already difficult user interface. They're extremely cute and lifelike, but they're real people, most often good people, simulating as a child. End report. Thanks for sticking it out. SL isn't for anyone under 17. Swearing, sex, exploitation, and expensive to avoid the above. Always complicated. Completely endless possibilities. And lastly, if it's in real life, it's in Second Life. But do you want to trust your kid? But do you want to thrust your kid into the darkest parts of real life?
Nah.
No.
Wow.
We're good.
I mean, that
Boy, that's
seems
a
pretty,
mouthful.
but 19? Person's 19?
Yeah.
Uh, no, they said,
I think they said
yeah,
at
they were. They
19.
did. Yeah. No, they said, mind you, I am 19, but I laughed the entire time when
Yeah.
they first came to SL. We don't know how long
First
they have
game,
been
maybe
there.
they were longer in SL, right?
Right.
They did the research though about the baby part. That's what.
Yeah. Did
I didn't
anybody,
know
does
anything
No.
about that.
anybody own a child avatar in any form, like
Hell
being a
no.
child or Zuby
No.
babies?
No.
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 I think that's so creepy, in my opinion.
Oh.
No.
I
To be
know.
honest, I don't know. I'm not very like fond of the people who pretend to be babies. You do you, but on the other hand, I cannot say that like I like it. Like
I
the
don't.
whole
Yeah.
like psychology behind the whole thing. I don't know.
I don't. Yeah.
Jetta
either.
said, I'm
Yeah.
over the whole I had a bad childhood or I was born a boy. Asa lets me be a girl. Do what you want, but don't get mad at me if I have your voice and you're a dude and I address you as such. True.
Yep.
True.
Absolutely. Yeah,
There is a lot
absolutely.
of that.
Preach that.
If I
Yeah,
hear
yeah,
There's
your
a
yeah.
lot of
voice
that.
and you're a dude. Yeah, people are expecting like you're gonna act like they want to, right? But you have to accept that people have their own opinions on stuff, right? And not everybody will agree with you. So,
As long as you
Yeah,
don't hurt
absolutely.
anybody, it's like just do whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, we have our last comment, and then we can, so we don't drag it for too long, right? I think the last is.
Mine is a little bit long.
Yeah, I know. We like. I cannot help. Parents are writing fucking long comments. What can I do?
Parents, they need to really express themselves. I totally get it.
Yeah,
Are you
there you go.
ready? 7 years
Ready.
ago, this as well.
Yeah.
Adults only, don't fall for the parent controls. Let me start off by saying, I've been playing this game actively as an adult for a very long time now, and I still play every day. So, I can tell parents from the first-hand experience what the game is like. This is no look and judge type of review. People like to tell you that there are parental controls on Second Life, but they are very, very weak and they only aid you in virtual shopping and exploring. They do not protect you from the players whatsoever. I've been playing this game as an adult for over a year, and I would not want my future children to play this game, nor do I play this game with children's present. This game is
Number one.
number one by far, very sexual. People turn to Second Life for sexual release when they can't get it at home.
Really?
Some come off
Okay.
very aggressive, and some even play out scenes of rape and sexual assault. Not only is it sexual from people looking for sex and having sex, mostly everyone is partially or fully nude wherever you go. Moderation on this game is really bare. When virtual shopping on the Second Life marketplace, it is nearly impossible to look for a sweater for your avatar, even if the filter's on without hundreds of genitals and people having sex popping up on your screen. You just can't get away from all the sex and all the nudity. Oh my god.
What
The
what will we do?
consumerism only gets worse over the years. It seems you can't do anything in the game without someone wanting to sell you something. You can't enjoy the game without being pressured into it or someone making you feel obligated to buy something. Then there are people that become millionaires in real life of the game by doing various things such as scripting and real estate that everyone wants to be like them. So you have millions of people with nothing but money in virtual currency
On the mind.
on the mind. As far as drugs and booze, the club scenes is just as you would expect it to be. Most virtual clubs are filled with strippers, sex, on the dance floor, people smoking virtual joints, and ordering pixelated bottles of gin.
They're ordering
Vi-
bottles.
yeah, stop that. Violence is also a big thing on here, especially from those who are into the gore and scene, zombie killing, or just weaponry in general. My biggest warning to parents, there is unfortunately a large number of pedophilia cases on this game. These people are not only target children in the real world, but they are pursued people into dressing their avatar into children for their own disgusting sexual desires. I cannot stress this enough that it does happen, and even though Linden Labs, the creators of the game, strongly advises against it and encourage its players to report these people, it's nearly impossible to stop all these cases. So it's best just to avoid it altogether. So definitely this is not for kids whatsoever. This game never will be for children. I've heard rumors of child-friendly grid, but I will never trust it. Steer clear at all costs. Dun, dun, dun.
Damn. Like when we
Wow.
are now at the last comment, I have like it's so sad to see so many like there's no positive opinions about SL almost. They all had horrible experiences, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's all the people? I mean, I know it's parents, right? About kids
Yeah.
playing Second Life, which I get, but also it sounds like they had horrible experiences themselves, right?
True.
It's
Right.
not like they're talking just about, okay, this game is not for kids, but they're crying, oh, I came in the game, somebody raped me, right? I did that, you know. It's like they
Yeah.
all had horrible experience. That first one was the whole shit show they did. I don't know, is it like, how bad is Second Life is looking from the outside perspective, right, to other people? I know, because
Yeah.
there's a lot
I
of
just feel
people.
like people don't understand it. People who are not in Second Life don't really understand it, because
don't.
this isn't the only side to Second Life.
Mm-mm.
There
You
is
know?
so much more, and we see it a few times a week with Darkana. There is so much out there to see. There is a
So
lot of
much.
there is a lot of beauty in Second Life that people
Mm.
don't realize. Very creative people, and it's
Yeah.
just sad that
Absolutely.
that sex is the number one thing people think of when they
Yeah.
hear the name Second Life.
Yeah, it
I mean,
overshadows the
the
beauty of
main
it.
issue is because people are sexual beings, right? And because they
True.
let
Human
people
race.
create the whole world, it is what it is, right? Especially because
Yeah.
you
It
can
is.
be anonymous, right? You
Mm.
Right.
could just make an
Right.
avatar, like every fucking married guy could go on here and be like, oh, you know, on every girl walking by, he's like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, let me
Mm.
get off on this, you know what I mean? And it's
Right.
Yeah.
all of a
Don't get me
sudden it's all
wrong. I don't.
about sex.
Right.
Mhm.
And don't get me wrong. I don't think there's anything wrong with all, as long as it's consenting adults. And, I like to go into, see
Yeah,
some of these places too.
of
I mean, it's
course.
fun.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
It's
yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But there
it's
is
fun,
more
it is.
to it than just.
I mean, but
Yeah.
it's different if we're talking about it and we're laughing about it. You know, we all did it also, right? We know how it goes and so on.
Oh,
But
yeah.
it's
Yeah.
like when people have bad experiences about Second Life, and all these
Right.
parents, right? Even if they were talking about kids playing it, they had bad experiences. I don't know what the hell they're doing, right?
I know. It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yes, IMView, too many kids never know how old they are because IMView starts from 13 years old. It's crappy. I never should been there, I guess. Just create there once every 6 months. I repeat, you find in SL what you seek. Oh, gato.
Yeah.
You find in
Mhm.
SL what you seek. That's a good one, definitely.
That
Yeah.
is a good one. Perfect way to put
I
it.
need a shirt with that one.
Yeah.
Well,
Definitely.
I've been in Second Life for 8 years, and
You see?
it's my dirty secret. I've told no one that I play Second Life. The only people that know are
Oh,
my children.
oh,
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
The
Yeah.
only one that knows is my daughter. Well, my younger sister knows, but she doesn't know too much about it. But my daughter
Oh,
knows
my
My
sister doesn't know.
because she lives here. But
my family north
that's
does
it.
not know I'm in Second Life because they're so old-fashioned. If I ever say that, I'm
Mhm.
afraid
Uh-oh.
what kind of reaction I will get actually.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
Because
got a
it's
bad
working
reputation.
people. Yeah, it's like working people. It's like you're not supposed to sit inside. You're going outside. You're gonna do all the work, like pop, 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 pop. And if I do it, tell them that I'm 46, I love to play Second Life.
Well,
I mean,
what's wrong with you?
you know,
I'm
Yeah.
afraid.
for me, it's a little easier to tell everybody because again, I have a YouTube channel, right?
Yeah.
I'm let's say I can, I'm just. Though I did have a comment like a few days ago, my coworker said, "Oh my god, you put so much videos. What the hell are you doing online?" And I'm like, "Yeah, but I'm just playing and just streaming
Yeah.
beside it. Like,
Right.
I would play anyway and stream, right? So where's the point, right? I'm not losing no
Right.
time with it, right?" And it's like, "Yeah, but
My
you're
family
releasing
does
a
not look on
video
YouTube.
so many times a week," and I'm like, "Yeah, oh
Yeah.
well." But
Yeah.
yeah, I told like
Yeah.
a lot of
Mhm.
people because I'm not
Right.
ashamed of being in Second Life, to be honest, especially because I don't do
Me
nothing
neither.
weird.
I'm
You
not
know what I
either.
mean?
Neither am I.
What is weird, right? At the end of the day, doesn't matter, right? But
Yeah.
Right.
probably if I would be an escort, I wouldn't go tell my mom, I guess, right? And
No.
everybody
Right.
around. Let's say
Yeah.
like this, right? Depends of what you do in Second Life. I mean,
Mama,
I get.
it's my virtual body.
I think
Yeah.
if you're doing like something sexual, you're not gonna go around and announce it to everybody, right? You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
afraid if I tell some of them, they're like, "Oh, what's that? Maybe I should get in it." I don't want them in it.
Oh, you think they
Correct.
will
Yeah.
come?
I know,
I
right?
told my friends I'm playing. Like nobody wants to
Same.
play. Nobody
No one
wants to
wants to
play.
tell.
even I had people I came, like my best friend came to Second Life. Do you think she wants to return? Not really. My
No.
sister was in Second Life. Do you think she wants to return? No. Nobody gives a shit about Second Life around me, right?
That is
Yeah.
so true. Because I have my real life family, like my parents know my brothers and sisters, but they don't understand. And then I actually got, like I told you guys, my sister recently joined Second Life, but I feel like in my family, they don't really even care. They just think it's a virtual game. Like my husband, like I have my own little routine where I get on Second Life, almost every evening. He knows like but he doesn't understand it. So I feel like people that don't understand it don't even care either, at least in my
Yeah.
case.
Well, fun fact was my husband knew before Second Life before I did, right? So he knew about it in like 2007 or 6 or so. He even had the avatar before me, right?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but
That's cool.
that was it. Like when he saw that, like that was the time when people thought they're gonna, I don't know, did you think that you're gonna get some money in Second Life, or why were you in Second Life?
Mhm.
Okay, he was just wondering what the fuck is this world, he said. But yeah, usually
I will say.
I mean, my husband is behind me all the time where I'm in Second Life, right? So he kind of sees what I'm doing
Yeah.
anyway, right?
Mine
Yeah,
too.
same
It's so
here.
funny. Like mine isn't even in Second Life, but especially during Halloween, like he likes to just sit next to me and look at all the haunted houses because he's like, wow, these are all created like from like people in the game. I'm like, yeah, like so it's so funny showing somebody that's not in Second Life the potential and like all the creativity that's within this world as well. It's always a joy just seeing him just impressed.
It's like Gato said, it's easier if family play games too. Yeah, but yeah, my husband doesn't give a shit what I do here. He's on his own game back there, right? So it's like he never checks what exactly are we doing. Sometimes I like show him something, but that's like rarely, right? That I was, oh look, I bought this or something.
Yeah.
Look, I made this house, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes,
Yeah.
but he loses. Like when we had the shed competition.
Hmm.
Well, I had like 23 sheds. He came to number 13 when I was showing him on YouTube, and he was like, "Is this still a lot of them to show, or I'm bored already?" And I was like, "Okay, no, forget about it. Don't watch it on. It's fine."
That's too funny.
Like that. Damn, Darky,
Yeah.
that's scary. Well, Darky. Oh, what Darky said. Darkly, sorry. I have had mostly good experience on SL. The only bad thing that happened to me is my account was hacked. The hacker bought over 150 euros worth of Lindens, transferred
Oh my
into
God.
their account. Then they cashed out and deleted their account. I managed to get my money back and change my login details. Oh, okay.
Oh my
that-
gosh.
Well, at least it was only 150. I knew people who lost a lot more.
That's
Probably.
terrible. Wow.
Yeah, there's some, I don't know, or some just, some sent, I know at some point there was a message sent around and it looked like a login page to Second Life, right? To relog when you,
Yes.
no, some people gave passwords there, shit like that. It happens.
yeah.
So,
Oh wow.
no, it's easy
Terrible.
to, so don't have too much money on Second Life, It can always be stolen, I guess. Naria, you're
Right.
a secret food model for all those toe lickers.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god, it's still that food fetish video. I can't get over it. Oh, yeah, okay. Well, that's the problem, right? If somebody writes to me with some weird request, I'm gonna play along with it, right? Just because of the
Absolutely.
but I think since they noticed that a couple of years ago, I didn't get no weird shit lately for a year or two, so I'm good, I guess. Too bad though, because it would be great content. So do we have any ends for this? We already stretched this out for way too long. Way
I
too
think in a
long.
nutshell, we all agree that Second Life is not for kids. So
Yeah, definitely. It was
Yes.
parents about
Yes.
Second Life for sure. We agree it's not for kids. We saw all these pissed parents that are had pissed experiences in Second Life, which we cannot help. But yeah, it was fun to check. It's really sad there's no more positive comments though, right? It's just
Yeah.
sad. But yeah, it was fun to check them anyway. Okay,
Yeah.
that's was 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock.
1
1
o'clock.
o'clock. And 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock for today, of course. It is almost 1 o'clock in Second Life, to be honest.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
Could be.
Yeah, wine o'clock for today. But next
Yeah.
week it's on Darkana's channel. We don't know the theme
It
yet.
is. Not
Darkana
yet.
will find something to talk about, but definitely on her channel doing the next one.
Absolutely.
Join my Discord if you want to be in the audience, like Gothi or Michelle or Ais were today, right? And we'll see
Yes.
how we are available too. So probably the number of people will differ each time, but yeah, that's kind of
Yeah.
that. Well, thanks for
Yes.
coming, guys, along this comment, right?
This was
Thanks
fun
for
again.
having us.
Thanks for
Thank you for
having
having
me.
us.
Yeah, thank
Yes,
you.
And,
thank you, Naria.
And thank
and
you,
I just-
Mers, for
Naria.
building a set because it's really
Yes.
gorgeous.
Yes,
So
it's
we're
beautiful.
just
Very
Perfect.
pretty.
we're just
No
keeping this, I
problem.
guess.
My pleasure.
Yes, we love it.
I
This
know.
is
No
beautiful.
problem. My
Thank you.
pleasure.
Absolutely.
Thank you, thank you.
Um,
Okay, guys, love you all, and subscribe
love.
or whatever. Do whatever.
Have a beautiful weekend, everybody.
Yeah, and
Bye,
see you
Happy
next
guys.
shopping
time.
and all that jazz.
Take
See you next
care.
time.
Let's all say bye.
Bye.
Bye.